bottom. Fast forward 19 years, and it's 1995. Our boy is living in a nondescript lake house at the lake of But upon waking up, we had a near unlimited number of possibilities. So, of course, we inhaled HB, an incredible Finnish film, Topless Gun, and hissed all over the hot rocks.
Top gun, topless gun.
The garage was our project rally car, or at least all of its bits. This right here is the car's chassis, and inside the garage was everything else. Panels, doors, engine block, pistons, crankshaft, fuel tank, clutch, gearbox, struts, wishbones, brakes, shock absorber, cylinder head, T-34, 805 main battle tank. Wait, that's not in the garage, that's in today's sponsor of World of Tanks. Gentlemen, it is time. The metamorphosis has already begun. I am the World of Tanks.
I'm right here!
Crankshaft, fuel tank, clutch, gearbox, struts, wishbones, brakes, shock absorber, cylinder head, and gas, and rocket shop, the idea of helping me build this car was nothing. I was going to using any gun. Good idea? So, all these parts fit together in a specific, sometimes very irritating way. Not to mention, each part has bolts, and the devs far too easy. Elected to make every single one have a sign. Wait, you can't bolt this part in with the spanner? Sorry, fucko, that's the wrong spanner. Try again, sweaty. If I was going to build this car, it was going to take a long time. So, naturally, I got bored. Went to bed, phone ringing, and I couldn't do shit. I had to choose from this motorbike, can only carry one thing at a time, really slow. 20 minutes later, I arrived in the bustling metropolis of and then drove the track back home. I was going to take some time, so while I struggled to figure out what the hell the distributor is and why I would need it for my car, why don't we talk about engines? An engine's job is convert gasoline into kinetic energy. First off, ease, bang, and
Oh, sure! Boy, there ain't no way you just said that long string of sussy. Bang! Oh! Suck! Come to the point. We gotta get this man out of here. There's no way.
Fast internet with sweet savings for all your human needs.
Really tight, ignites it with a spark plug, and blows out the exhaust. A little car has 4 cylinders, each sucking, squeezing, banging, and blowing. These 4 cylinders house 4 pistons, which each connect to the crankshaft. Pistons go up and down, and the crankshaft goes round and round. The crankshaft is connected to the wheels through the clutch and gearbox. Put your foot down on the gas, the engine spins faster, the wheels spin faster, and off you go. Simple, right? Yeah, well, obviously it's not that easy, as you can clearly see by my inability to assemble the clutch. Man, it's been 30 minutes. Why can't you figure it out? No, stop. Next up is suspension. Now, you need suspension not only to avoid bumps in the road, but also to keep the wheels in control. Brakes, probably the most simple part of the car. The brake discs are connected directly to the wheels. When you press on the brake pedal, brake pads push against the discs and convert their kinetic energy into heat.
Gotti makes brakes.
And there we go. I've pretty much finished the car. You know, excluding the wiring, wheels, tires, brake fluid, clutch fluid, engine engine oil, coolant, camshaft alignment, and replacing about 15 parts that would inevitably break within 5 minutes of driving, you know, we were basically done. I retired back to the house to eat some food and drink a bit of water. But I couldn't. The sausages were spoiled. In fact, all the food in the fridge was spoiled. Oh no, I'd spent so long working on the car that my house had been disconnected from the electricity for not paying in time. This could not have come at a worse time, because I had zero food. Tomorrow was Sunday. Timo's is not open on Sunday. Of course, I didn't know this, so I rode into town in a mild panic after my hunger meter had gone red.
That was good.
Timo, open up, I need your food. Timo, open up, open up. Shit. The sun had well and truly come up, which told me that Timo's was clearly not going to open today, so I elected to ride my bike back home. On my way back, I came across the dance pavilion, which had 2 cars outside of it, blasting some funky beats. The game actually let me open the back doors of this car and climb inside. So, seeing that I had nothing better to do...
You know what they doing. If a stranger just lets you hop in the backseat of their car, they just chilling in the parking lot, it's one of them type of actions, okay? I don't know what they prefer. What I'm saying is, what? That's definitely, you know what I'm saying, chat.
To do, I gave it a go and hopped in. This was a terrible mistake. Immediately it was clear that the man driving had in fact consumed a rather large amount of alcohol prior and was driving at an alarmingly high speed with alarmingly low control.
Yeah, that's not
Even
alcohol.
worse decision
That's not
as
alcohol.
far as
That's
driver.
something else.
This put him into a frenzied rage, and he immediately stopped the gas, drove straight into a tree, and died.
Who developed this?
Well, shit. The only thing I could really do was hop out and walk home. So that's what I did. Things, however, were not looking good. Being out in the sun and running home like this was rapidly increasing my thirst. I walked for what felt like hours along the dirt track leading home, and eventually my house was just visible in the distance. I was so close to water. I reached the mailbox, looked inside the try-pay the utilities, collapsed. Oh. No. And died.
Young man dead.
Attempt number 2.
Nah, this game
This
is
attempt
tough.
did not last long. I aimed myself,
Let's
dragging
go.
until I blacked out, pissed on the TV, and died. Attempt 3. I gave myself the brilliant name, Glor. This time I was going to use a guide and try to build the car a little faster. The first thing the guide wanted me to do was get in the tractor and go collect some stuff. One of those stuff were these wheels inside this abandoned mansion. The wheels were on the top floor, so of course I went to the top floor, ignoring the wasp nest right above me.
He's not about to die from the wall. There's no way.
Attempt 4.
That actually is possible. You can actually die from wasps.
Die from the wasps. Like a complete idiot. Nope.
Get in the car. Get in there. Close it. Outside.
Fuck! Attempt 5. This time, I saw the wasp nest and managed to sneak past it without getting stung. Using the guide and some of the knowledge I'd accumulated over the past 12 hours, I was able to build up the car fairly quickly. And before I knew it, the engine was in, the suspension was suspended, the pedals were attached, and wired. Did the car work? No. But it did in fact look like a car. All this work had been quite exhausting, so I loaded up this little boat with some supplies and took a nice relaxing trip to the island in the center of the lake. I was here for a trip, but also to just chill for a while and eat some sausage. That is, if I did every single one. Leaving the island, I made sure to ransack it for everything it had. This camera, lantern, coffee stuff, bucket, fish trap, and fireworks. Arriving back home, I needed to go by and get more stuff from town, and I still only had the tractor to work with. Hopefully, this will be the last time I have to make this long,
Too much smoke for a campfire. Rikishi grasslands. Straw Hat
Back home,
mercenaries
I
were
put the
seen
final
in the area.
touches on the car, fired the last thing,
Congo,
filled
Congo.
up the fluids,
Ambushed.
fisted the radiator for enhanced
Could be
cooling,
a Star
and
Hat
what do you
still.
know? It was ready to be started. I put the key in the ignition, gave it a turn, and... well, that didn't sound good.
Attack started
This
here.
little crunch sound had completely
there had to
drained the
be more
battery,
than one
so while it was
Mongol.
charging, I went inside to watch the TV.
This game is fire. Imagine this on like VR. Play this on VR, you get to build cars from scratch. What?
Attempt 2 at starting the car.
Looks like more
And
bodies
against
up ahead.
all odds, it actually worked.
Yes, sir.
Only got it started. Now granted, the car was making this horrific banging sound, but it ran. This banging was caused by the camshaft gear being out of alignment. To fix it, I'd have to take the engine out, remove the cover plate, and rotate it back into alignment. But why does the camshaft need to be aligned? Remember, suck, squeeze, bang, and blow? This only works if these valves are correctly timed. These
Trying to get
valves
away
need
from
to
these
keep
attackers.
air and fuel inside the cylinder during the squeeze and bang stages. The camshaft is responsible for opening and closing the valves at different times. One valve is for the intake, and the other is for the exhaust. If they aren't timed properly, you could be intaking air through the exhaust and exhausting air through the intake. As you can imagine, not good for Mr. Car. Once the camshaft was aligned and the engine thrown back in the car, it was time to start her up again. Something else is broken. Taking off the valve cover, I discovered that the rocker shaft, which is what actuates the